You ever pull up to your own front gate, coffee barely kicking in, and think, well, today's the day the universe finally loses its mind? Yeah, that was me. 9 on a Wyoming morning, just back from 10 days in Denver, where I sat through more retired cop stories and lukewarm conference chicken than any human deserves. All I wanted was some real quiet, my own bed, maybe a thick elk steak on the grill. Instead, I get two grown men in matching navy polos, standing smack in front of my gate like they were auditioning for cops, the HOA files. One's clutching a clipboard, the other's whispering into a walkie-talkie like the FBI's about to parachute in. "Can I help you, gentlemen?" I ask, rolling down my window just enough to smell trouble. Clipboard steps up, all tight haircut and attitude, flashes some badge I don't care to read. "We're with Lakeview Estates HOA. You're Brandon Kaiser." I nod, feeling that prickly sense this is going to get weird. "We're here under Administrative Enforcement Directive. This property's pending jurisdictional reassignment." I blink. The hell does that mean? Out comes the folder, red-stamped forms, a word salad about ecological zones and historical usage clauses. I cut him off. "Stop. This is my land. I bought it. I got the deed, the water rights, all of it. You're not HOA. This isn't your turf." He gives me that smile, like I just tried to explain calculus to a cat. "That's under review." His buddy, broader, balding, sunglasses, pipes up. "We'll need keys to the house, guest quarters, utility room." I bark a laugh. "You boys lost a bet, or just bored? You think I'm handing you keys because you talk in acronyms?" He gets all serious. "Occupation of disputed shoreline property is grounds for administrative control until ownership is clarified." I mutter, "Control this," and reach for the gate remote. Clipboard tries to play tough, tells me I'm interfering with compliance. His buddy actually grabs for my keys. Big mistake. I shove him off. Hard enough to warn, not enough to start a brawl. He comes back swinging. My hand throbs. I hit the silent alarm on the gate. 10 minutes later, here come the cavalry. Kevin, retired deputy, poker shark, Jonah the fencing king, and Vince, tech whiz who probably knows more about my land than I do. Suddenly the HOA stooges aren't so cocky. Kevin flashes his honorary badge. "You boys know what criminal trespass is." They stammer something about jurisdiction. Kevin's stone cold. "You know what Wyoming Statute 31-7-104 says?" Within minutes, a real deputy rolls up. Young, polite, has that "not paid enough for this" look. I show him my deed, servitude contracts, county maps. The HOA clown's got nothing but laminated threats. Deputy says, "You're not under HOA. They need to leave." Clipboard looks like he just swallowed his tongue. "This isn't over," he mutters. I grin. "Oh, I hope not. Because now it's personal." Next round, 2 days later. County sheriff this time, not for backup, just to hand-deliver a lawsuit. Lakeview Estates HOA versus me. Claiming my ranch, my fenced, taxed, maintained land, is community shoreline. They've got a revised map, coloring the whole waterfront green, claiming the original 1950s tract gave them rights, and the state never had a right to auction it to me. I've dealt with cartel accountants, offshore shell games. You don't rattle me with paperwork. But this was my land. Next punch, Vince calls while I'm checking trail cams. "Hey, check your email. Teton County Water Authority has temporarily suspended my water rights, pending HOA's dispute. They're trying to cut off my water on my own damn lake." I call Danielle, my attorney. She's halfway through cursing before I finish explaining. "Textbook soft raid," she says. "Land grab in sheep's clothing. If they convince the county the title's in question, they could freeze everything. Building, repairs, hell, maybe even my right to live there. I've got every document, but that won't mean squat till we see a judge." That night, I sit on my porch, coffee in hand, watching security feeds. It's calm out there, too calm. Lakeview's started a war, and they're not playing fair. Next morning, Jonah brings me a flyer posted at the general store. Unauthorized use of ecological buffer zone by private entity, with a blurry drone shot of my pier. That's when it hits me. This isn't just a lawsuit, it's a campaign. They're out to paint me as the greedy outsider, get the town riled up, guilt the county into caving. Then the phone rings. Unknown Jackson Hole number. "Mr. Kaiser, this is Michael Stanford, attorney for Lakeview Estates. Can we talk? Off the record?" I ask if he's here to threaten or bribe me. He chuckles, smooth as syrup. Neither. There's a way out. You transfer a 40-acre buffer zone, hand over pier access and keys, we drop the suit, withdraw all complaints. I hang up before he finishes his sales pitch. That night, Vince and I set up a sting, fake Craigslist listing, offering premium mooring leases on the shared lakeshore, bait for any HOA insider sniffing around. 48 hours later, we get an email from Karen DeWood's personal account, board president, detailing plans to co-steward my pier as a community dock. She even attaches a draft map showing my private dock as public access. Before I can celebrate, Karen escalates, files an environmental complaint with the state, claims I'm disrupting protected amphibian habitats, western softshell turtle, never mind they don't live within 200 miles. Danielle nearly chokes laughing, but it's not funny. Department of Environmental Quality can shut down my whole shoreline until they review the made-up turtle drama. I call in an old friend, Alex Roth, field biologist. He camps out for 2 days, runs surveys. No turtles, no protected habitat, not even in the migration corridor. The research used by the HOA? Total fabrication, not even a real scientist's name on the report. We package all of it. The Craigslist sting, Karen's email, Alex's findings, send it to Danielle. She says, we're not just defending. We're going on the offensive. Vince overlays drone footage with official county zoning maps. Proves my land has never been within HOA bounds. That updated map? Just a Photoshop job with a fake approval stamp. Danielle digs up a 2006 letter from the state's Environmental Planning Office, explicitly excluding my lakeshore from HOA zoning forever. Then we bring in Rod Garza, veteran surveyor, to map every inch. Not only does he confirm my borders, he finds the HOA's fake map snags 3 other properties. Suddenly, it's not just my fight. I call a meeting at the Grange Hall, dusty, loud, with the smell of burnt coffee. Every landowner for 5 miles shows up. Within minutes, the whole room's livid. Retired teachers, a rancher whose fire road's been marked emergency access by the HOA without his knowledge. Everyone's got something at stake. That night, we form a coalition, landowners against HOA expansion. Our counterclaim? $2.5 million for fraud, harassment, trespass, defamation, and conspiracy. We go to court, Danielle and her power blazer, Vince with briefcases full of drone footage, emails, maps. The gallery's packed, even a local journalist scribbling like it's the OJ trial. Karen sits smug with 3 attorneys. Judge Prater, a no-nonsense type, starts the hearing. The HOA's lawyer drones on about community values. Danielle stands, calmly shreds their arguments. Real records, real survey, real science. Then she plays Karen's voicemail. We're taking back the pier soon. Dead silence. Judge's eyebrow climbs a mile. Is this verified? Danielle's ready with server logs. Cross-examination is brutal. Rod confirms the real boundaries. Alex laughs off the turtle fantasy. Vince shows drone video of HOA trespass. Karen melts on the stand, tries to claim misunderstanding, but Danielle's relentless. The judge lays it out. Karen knowingly submitted false documents, coordinated criminal trespass, attempted fraud, orders the claims dismissed, issues restraining orders, refers Karen to the district attorney. 2 plainclothes officers step in. Karen is arrested right there. The gallery so quiet you could hear Hope breathing. Afterward, the air on the ranch feels different, lighter. County starts processing restitution. HOA board gets suspended. They send a groveling apology letter. Danielle fires back. Contact me again and it's trespass. Vince celebrates by upgrading the gate. Face recognition, motion lights, a shotgun sound effect just for laughs. Jonah brings steaks. The retired teachers drop by with pickles. Kevin throws a pig roast. We hang a new sign on the gate. Private land. No HOA beyond this point. And just like that, the DA indicts Karen. 10 felonies. No parole for 4 years. Her attorney disbarred. Lakeview forced to rewrite their bylaws. Consent required for all future expansion. Me? I keep my land. And then some. Winter comes. The lake freezes. Ranch goes quiet. One day, a letter arrives. No return address. Just Karen's handwriting. You were right. I got greedy. Not sorry for trying. Just for losing so bad. I toss it in the stove. In spring, the new HOA board asks for a meeting. City shoes muddy, pastries in hand. They want to build something better. I tell them, start by learning what private means. That's it. Months later, the old sheriff tells me my case set off a wave for more lawsuits against HOAs, zoning boards tightening up, a ripple of reform through the county. 1 year after court, Kevin and I grill ribs by the pier. Vince sends up red, white, and blue drone flares. Johnny Cash blaring across the water. I lean back, drink in hand, and finally, relax. Out here, no HOA. Just sky, water, and every damn thing worth fighting for. So, what do you think? Was I right to dig in? Or should I have just handed them the keys and let it go? Let me know where you stand on this kind of fight. Because honestly, out here, standing your ground's not just about the land. It's about sending a message. And hey, if you've ever taken on an HOA or got your own war story, drop it in the comments. Tell me, where are you watching from? And if you think justice got served this time, hit that like, share it with a neighbor, and I'll see you next time the little guy takes on Goliath.